Welcome to another edition of The Clark Show. Today I have a friend of mine who's actually been doing some things that I'm quite jealous of because of his amazing skill level. Let's introduce Kasey, the fuck lord. Yay! Welcome, Kasey.
How are you doing?
It is going fantastically. Can you show off your shirt really quick before I totally forget? You drew this, am I correct?
Yeah, I drew it. This is actually inspired by, and I want to point this out real quick. If you can't really see that, it actually says inspired by Heavy Black. Heavy Black is a really good shirt designer, and this is basically the whole inspiration behind that design is because of him. So,
thank you for giving artists their credit, because that does not exist anymore.
Especially in the t-shirt business, so, yeah.
So tell me, why did you start, I know it's inspired by Heavy Black, but what made you go and do your own Heavy Black inspired t-shirts?
Oh, it's because I love Sailor Mars a lot, and he's never made a single one of Sailor Mars. I was like, okay, gotta do it.
You gotta do yourself. And not only, I just like, every time I see you doing something artistic based, it seems like you're already skilled in it. So do you practice arts a lot? Like, I've seen you composite. I've seen you do photography, composite, video compositing. Obviously, you're doing illustrations on shirts. Is that like your pastime? You just make stuff?
Yeah, just like it's just a hobby that's been like encompassed like throughout my entire life. Ever since I was a kid, I started drawing because my dad would teach me how to draw during church. Thanks, Dad. And
God is not watching.
God's not watching me lewd stuff on in church.
Is that what you were doing in church? Lewd drawings?
Don't tell Mom.
She already knows. It's your mom. She knows. She's not very okay with it, but she's just like, I can't stop him.
Yeah, God was like, okay, that's fine.
I mean, God made lewds first.
Yes, this is very true.
So tell me, like, do you see any end game for any of your arts? I'm really inspired by your compositing. Like, I'm definitely going to be stealing from you very soon. So, like, do you see anywhere your art's going? Do you want to do anything with it?
As far as my art goes, it's actually, like, very, I guess, sporadic freelance. Because, like, yeah. I don't get paid. I do this only as a hobby.
We don't get paid.
We don't get paid. The millennial hashtag. But when it comes to like compositing or like doing anything like video or even drawings like this, like I gain no profit from it. Like everything I do is just absolutely for fun, and if anything, I just do it like just to show like my artistic values, I guess, and like what people can do with like very out of date equipment, because I'm using a T4i Canon.
Yeah,
and that's years old. And, like, I just to prove a point, like, you don't need a fancy computer or fancy equipment or anything like that. You just need something to put media on somewhere, and that's it.
It does help to have fancy.
Yeah. Like,
so much faster.
What was it? One of my most recent, actually my most recent one on my Instagram, it was taken on a cell phone because I was like, if I can take a photo on a cell phone and composite it, it's the same thing. It
is. There's also a few things I want to talk to you about. You're also a guitarist, am I correct? So your art goes past visual, which is really good. You got auditory art in you. So tell me how you got into guitar. Was that like some weird life change, or did you pick it up and start noodling? Because you're pretty good for a guy who would pick it up and start noodling.
That's weird because the whole reason why I got into guitar was, I think it was to spite my brother.
Oh my God, me too. I don't have a brother.
So my brother had started playing guitar, and then I saw that. I was like, like, I can do that too. So I started playing guitar, and then I started, like, pretty much teaching myself, because I can't read sheet music or chords at all. Mm-hmm. But I know what sounds good and what, like, oh, that's that tone. I can transpose it really well. So I started playing guitar, and he just puts it down. And I just keep going with it. I start, like, learning a whole bunch of weeaboo songs.
Of course.
It has to be weeaboo songs.
You have to, if it's in your circle of friends, you learn those weeb songs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just from there, I like, started collecting guitars, and then from there, I was like, I can do drums, bass, violin, piano. So, like, it just started, like, taking off from there, because pretty much anything that has, like, a note, I can play it.
That's fantastic. So tell me something about yourself. I know with all these different art styles, you're kind of doing them as they go, and it's very sporadic, but do you ever get, like, eclectically really deep into something? Like, I know sometimes when I'm drawing, I just never leave a workbench for, like, 10 hours. Do you have any passion projects going on right now?
Actually, there's one that I'm really afraid to touch at all, because it's probably going to be, like, one of my better ones that I've ever done, but I'm so scared to touch it, because it's such a big, like, project in my head.
You don't want to ruin it?
Because this one will probably take, like, a whole day of just, like, nonstop editing and stuff, or at least over, like, an entire week of just, like, doing it hour for hour and stuff like that. It's just a mount lady that I took pictures of at Fanime.
Oh,
yeah.
I saw one of them. You put like buildings.
Oh yeah, that one was
good.
That one was at YaoiCon actually last year or this year. I forget. Yeah, that like the next one that I'm gonna do, like it's just like I'm just really scared. That's why like you see on my Instagram, I don't post anything.
Yeah, me
for
too.
like months at a time because like I get scared. I'm like I have to outdo the one. Like I have this photo that has like thousands of likes on it, and all my other ones only have like a couple hundreds and whatnot. So like I'm always like trying to push myself to do better the next time.
Consistency is king.
Yeah, like I get kind of depressed when I put in like hard work and hours into something, and then like all of a sudden it doesn't get the thousands of like I thought it would get. It's like, God damn it.
For me, it's like I think the best thing to do is just work on progress, because the guy that I'm super into is Boss Logic. Like his work, ridiculous. Right. You know, you've seen his work.
Yeah.
And I've seen one of his subsidiaries, not really his subsidiary, but a guy who's also like super into Boss Logic, and he makes stuff like Boss Logic. And I asked them both, like, hey, how do you do it? They're just like, continue to make stuff. That's all you got to do. Don't worry about it. So who are you inspired by other than the awesome shirt guy? Do you have any artists that you really look at as like inspirations? No, not even Mike Diva.
Mike Diva's good. Yeah. There's another Topher. Topher's actually a good photographer, but he's not a good compositor. He doesn't do composite. He only does edit. Who is it? There's a really good photographer out there that it's on top of my head. It begins with it. Saffles. I've met him so many times. Saffles does really good composite work, and like every time I look at it, it's like, damn it, I kind of want to upgrade my camera just because of the depth that he gets on his like his like
skin
sharp,
work is really good.
And then there's another one. I think it's GFX Studios. He doesn't have a really big following, but he does fantastic work. So every time I look at that, it's like, damn, I got to get into like 3D composite, because he does 3D environments. So
oh my god, I'm with it.
That's the next level that nobody's touching it.
You got to hit me up with that later. So tell me the fuck lord story. Why are you known as the fuck lord?
Sorry, babe. It's not because of her.
It is now.
Oh no! So I was dating this girl, and whatchamacallit, then we stopped talking. Like we go on a couple dates, fantastic dates, and then we stopped talking, and then later on we start talking again, and she's like, "Oh yeah, blah 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 blah." Like I didn't want to go out with you because I heard that you were a fuck boy and stuff like that. Like what? I'm not a fuck boy. And then it's like, yeah, and then like everybody blah blah blah, and like what's his face called you a fuck lord, and like what? Excuse me, did you just call me a fuck lord? And then so apparently people in that circle of friends know me as the fuck lord, even though like between like the time I've met Trini and the time of my last ex, like I've only slept with like 3 people. So
you took an insult and turned it into an amazing title.
Basically, I was actually gonna make this, instead of saying super lightweight industries, I was gonna have it say fuck lord, just to be like, that's right.
I wear it.
I'm gonna own it.
It's like your scarlet letter, but it's not branded into you. That's fantastic. So I know you're very working sporadically. Are there any projects that you're working on that are be coming out soon?
Oh, a whole bunch of T-shirts.
Oh yeah,
for HentaiCon. If you're actually gonna go to HentaiCon, this is like the one, and then I have like actually 5 other Sailor Scouts that are coming out.
Are you going to Etsy those, or any e-shops, or are you only selling them in person?
Selling in person only.
Okay.
I give a lot of respect to Heavy Black, because he's the one who inspires me, and he's into the whole BDSM stuff. So I always ask him permission, like, hey, do you mind if I draw this concept and sell it? And he's like, yeah, go ahead. I'm like, okay. I got his grace. I was like, that's the one thing I wanted. I can sell it online. It's just like there's that whole like copyright issue that I don't really like to skirt around. So I'm just probably just gonna do it in person, like little pop-up shops, like we all do. Yeah.
So everyone learned from Kasey. Always recognize your artists, because it helps them and it helps you, especially if you ask. You could get more help than you ever deserved. He works hard. You work hard. Keep working hard. Is any last words, fuck lord?
Check out HentaiCon. It's one of the HentaiCon is like a very small con that's starting November 4th.
What city?
Burbank, actually.
Oh, perfect.
November 4th.
I used to live there. It's hot.
Yeah.
It's gonna get hotter. Thanks for joining us, Kasey, man. I appreciate you. Fantastic art, and we're looking for more art from you again. Can you tell me your Instagram? Because you do make some great work on there.
KeiseyKu, and yeah, it just goes Kasey-ku. That's it.
Yeah, it's a fantastic Instagram. He updates every couple years, but every time he comes out with something, it's amazing. True. He also has several YouTube videos that help explain how he composites. What's your YouTube channel?
Kasey-ku.
Same thing as Instagram. So thank you, appreciate it, and nice having you on the show.
Thank you. Where's my outro light? Where's my outro light?
And we're out!